Hello? Can anyone hear me? Am I streaming to no one? Oh, good. It's finally live. Okay, good. Brief bit of context. I've spent the last 4 minutes talking, except for a brief excursion to get a pizza out of an oven. I've been talking because I thought, there's just a slight delay before the stream starts, and like YouTube isn't picking that up yet. No, it turns out the way that the OBS does the stream thing, if you have a prepared stream, you have to not only say that you want to start a broadcast, you have to then click go live afterwards. But you don't have to do that second step if you just start a stream whenever. I don't know how well emojis are going to work through the TTS.
Face blue smiling.
Yeah, there you go. That's what you're going to get every time it does it. That's what we're gonna see. I did all that just sitting here talking to myself, thinking it was gonna be recorded. Nothing of the sort. But you know what? That happens. We live and work with it. I have myself a little pizza here. So if you hear any crunching sounds, that is me chewing. I apologize. I timed this very poorly. But you know what? That's okay. We can enjoy pizza together.
Very good.
Yes, I'm glad you agree. So as you can see here, with this little thing, as some of you are aware already, I have drawn a bunch of the assets for the stream. So I drew this little guy here in the corner, this little gremlin, this little creature with a drawing tablet in his hand, and this orange afro with a huge bite taken out of it. That is me. That reflects me. It has been the depiction of me for a long time, and you know what? I'm sticking with it. I like it. Works really good. And so I do not need a more complicated model. We shall simply have silly gray with glasses and afro. Now over here, in the middle, you see a little Discord icon. This isn't really going to do anything today, because for the first stream I felt like it was important not to rely on just having other people to talk to the whole time. But I do think that at some point I would like to do some streams where I'm talking with someone else throughout the stream, besides just talking to the viewers, and they would speak through there. I've got a little animation set up for it. Over here in the left, you can see that we have a little girl. We have a girl here. This is, oh, and I forgot to show the asset in here. I drew a lot of Discord face assets, more than you will see in just the animation that I have here. I can go through them all at some point if people care, but you see all this drop down on the right, like behind my hair. See all that? Actually, let me just go ahead and select it. All of these that are highlighted in blue, these are all distinct Discord faces or Discord positions that I had to make for this thing. I didn't use like most of them. But that just means we have more for later. More things I can do with the animation later whenever I get better at animating. The other thing that I did is I drew this little Elsie. This little character you can see in the bottom left of our screen. Everyone enjoy. Say hi to Elsie, everyone. which is adorable. She is going to be the way that chat speaks. She is going to repeat whatever it is you say into the stream for us to hear, so I don't necessarily have to look at chat to be able to hear what you're saying. And you'll be able to hear her speaking whenever you say something. So I feel like this is a nice little way to have little audience, little streamer engagement, you know? I feel like it's cool. And depending on if people like it, I could theoretically do more. I have more plans for those kinds of things. More plans. Do 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 do. What was the next thing? So we have Elsie here. We have a little thing. We also have here this little Anon just donated thing. This is specifically for the Ko-Fi, which I will go ahead and post in chat as my obligatory shilling.
https://ko-fi.com/Sudagrey. She's hugging HIIIIIIIIIM.
Yeah. The bot doesn't work so well with links, but yes, that is an adorable picture. This is not something I drew up here. This is something straight from the manga. This is from what basically would have been season 4.
Or it's like before a boxing match starts.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of is. She's like prepping up. She's like, all right, little kid Kama, go make those women fall in love with you. Have a great time. A little devil on your shoulder. She's great. I really enjoy this manga. I really enjoy this anime, which is why I've made like the character Elsie and for like chat into that. And I'm probably gonna incorporate more stuff from the anime and manga into the stream. I had some ideas about like having little characters pop up.
Kid Kama, very adorable. I need this when Kima's young, unless that is in the manga.
That is in the manga. This is straight from the manga. There is an arc. I forget exactly how long it is, but it's basically in season 4 where Kama, the main character guy of the show, becomes a child. I forget exactly how long it lasts, but it lasts for a little while. It's like a time travel arc of some kind, and it gives you like more backstory on some characters that we already know. I'm not gonna spoil it. It's kind of a weird arc. There are some iffy moments, but I don't remember thinking it was bad at the time, so I think it was probably pretty good. I would like to reread it at some point, just because, I mean, it's a really good anime. I've been watching it lately. I've been really enjoying it, and the manga is pretty good as well. I started a sentence and bite into some cheesy pizza. A stuffed crust. Big mistake on my part. Big mistake. Not the stuffed crust, but biting into it as I'm starting to talk. Where was I? But yeah, I do highly recommend the manga. There's a lot more stuff in the manga than the show, but the show is a great start for anyone who's just curious about it, because it has amazing openings, and I'm a little more skeptical of the endings now after a rewatch, but the openings themselves I'm a huge fan of, and the characters are really good. I'm really fond of them. Also, the art style is just really cute. Like, look at how they drew little Kama here. Look at how they drew Elsie. Just adorable. I really like the art style, and I hope I can draw more like it as I get better and better at art. So, if I practice off of learning someone else's art, it's probably going to be this show. Probably. Da-da-da-da. Where was I? Ah, right. So you'll see in the bottom over here, if it's gonna show, yes, here. So we have, I explained we have like Elsie is the character here. She speaks whenever y'all speak. We have little Discord here, which is not gonna really operate this time because today I'm not using Discord to talk to people for the stream. But I'm thinking I'm gonna do that for some future streams where where it's not just me talking all the time. It's going to be me talking to someone and having a casual conversation while talking with the rest of chat. And that's where Discord's animations will go through. Over here, we have this little thingamajig for donations. This is the Ko-Fi donations. So anybody who the most recent Ko-Fi donation will automatically change this text into that. Whatever they say and how much they give. And whatever name they have listed on there. So, don't go giving weird names, I guess, and don't go writing obscene things, please. This is also true of subscriptions and commissions and whatnot. Up here in the top left, I've kind of obscured some of my stuff for like drawing, but I felt like it was important to have a little thing in the stream where you could see chat box. It was nice, you know, a little simple thing. I've noticed that some messages end up going longer over to the side than I would have wanted them to, but not entirely sure how to fix that. Probably gonna have to do that later. How are y'all doing tonight? We enjoying any little things today? We having a good day? Y'all do anything special? It's alright if not. Not every day has to be special. You need the normal ones to make the special ones, you know, special. Bad ones too. You need the bad ones for that. No, ignore that.
I am not doing as good as I would have been ever since you mentioned the pizza because now I wish I had some.
This is fair. This is fair. I have myself some delicious supreme stuffed crust pizza. Highly recommend if you are feeling like buying something special for yourself tonight. Maybe order delivery. But I understand if you don't want to waste the money. I myself just put a pizza in the oven.
I did do some reading about Swedenborgianism though, which I will need to continue reading. And since there's some theological discussing here, I am bringing it up. Opportune.
Oh, I don't know Swedenborgianism offhand. Oh, my dog is barking at me. I do not know Swedenborgianism offhand. I can't say that I have heard of it.
Ordering real food now. I'll get some pizza after the stream, methinks.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Pizza is a real food. Pizza is a delicious food. It is an American delicacy. It is a wonder of creation. It is not a Italian thing, so much as the Italians will tell you. The pizzas Italians will serve you are for tourists. I guess they kind of do pizza because they get upset when you put pineapple on pizza. But like, what kind of pizza do Italians make? Is it like New York style? I guess it has to be New York style, doesn't it? Swedenborgianism. The new church. I'm looking at Wikipedia now. I'm not going to pull it up in case there's anything weird. It's a restorationist view. Yeah. I'm not a big restorationist fan, but Swedenborgian, Swedish, of course he's Swedish. Swedish Christian theologian, scientist, philosopher, and mystic, became best known for his book on the afterlife, Heaven and Hell. I have not read it or heard of it, but mixed congregational and episcopal polity. So they've got bishops, but also they have congregations. Local churches are somewhat independent, but okay.
Yeah, that's not Italian. Theirs are so much better.
I've not had Italian pizzas that I can recall. I've been to Italy. I didn't really get what the hubbub was about the food. I thought Greek food was amazing, but I went to New York as well, and I tried New York style pizza. Oh my goodness, what a letdown. It is just crust. It is just a full inch of crust that they put the smallest possible layer.
Do Italian pizzas always have tons of leaves on them?
Do they always have tons of leaves on them? I don't think they have leaves on them. Maybe they have like basil or some kind of garnish to make you enjoy the appearance of it more so than like actually having a taste difference. I mean, I assume they'd do something like that, though I assume it also has an effect on the taste just on the appearance alone.
Good question.
I will drop the Swedenborgian church conversation because I don't know anything about them. I have to just read the Wikipedia article off to you if I try and figure that out. If you're curious, if you're genuinely curious, we can sit here and read the Swedenborgianism article on Wikipedia together. And we can talk about, like, okay, what do we think of the theology? Or we could talk about why New York pizza sucks, and New York style pizza sucks, and Italian pizza has leaves on it. I am fine with either. I think they're both completely viable topics. I have, however, misplaced my pen, and I need to get it without anger.
That is okay. I simply brought it up because you asked if there was something interesting today.
That is true. That is true. Swedenborgianism, very interesting thing to mention. Would not have guessed it if you gave me 20 tries. I think that's pretty interesting. I think that's pretty cool. We like obscure theologies, you know. We're into that. We're into that. I'm down to see what they got. I think I explained everything in the overlay of the stream beyond the other stuff. But, so Matt, I see that you are here in the chat. You did request something a little while back. You requested that I make like a pink lemonade thing. I have decided to put off showing it until today, because I started it today. I probably did this one for about 40 minutes right here. I've been working on this little sketch. You know, this is me saying no, I refuse to do the underwear. But it's a start. I'm cleaning up the details as I go. It gets better and better with each one, but it'll take a little while. This is what I managed to do in a short little time.
Ah, adorable.
Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I tried to do some art practice today, and I was just like, you know what? I should draw that for Matt. I should draw something cute.
I love the cross out.
Cross out, yeah. I saw in like the original reference, she had like a thing like 100% orange juice, and I was just like, should I do like some kind of reference to the video game? But 100% orange juice will just never be as good as Dokapon Kingdom. I love Dokapon Kingdom. It's an amazing game. 10 out of 10. Absolutely down to play it again. Absolutely down to see it ruin friendships. It's fun. I love it. This is the little sketchy sketch. I'm thinking I want to mess around with her eyes more. Because that's where I'm seeing like the thing that seems oddest about it. But at the same time, I also do not want to take away from the main purpose of this stream, which was in fact to draw whatever y'all wanted. So I am taking requests for whatever y'all are interested in seeing. Otherwise, I mean, if you don't have anything in mind, I can just keep working on this.
Maybe a bit more squinting for her. I am not sure what one would do.
Well, yeah, of course. It's kind of hard some of the time to tell exactly what's wrong with a photo. Me having pizza here has made it a lot more difficult to access my hotkeys on my drawing tablet, which is, sorry, not drawing tablet, on my keyboard. It's gonna make it more annoying. But a lot of the times, like, you'll see something that looks wrong and you're like, it feels off somehow. And you'll like sit there and you'll keep fiddling with it, and nothing you do will make it look right. And by the end of it, you'll find out that like nothing that you did seemed to make it really work. But in reality, whenever you come back to it like a long time later, or just a time later, you'll realize like, oh my goodness, it had nothing to do with the thing I thought it had to do with. It was this one change that I had to make with this other thing that I didn't even think about. So oftentimes, like, how you have different parts relating to each other can have weird effects and make you think that one thing is the problem when it's actually something else. Oh gosh. I mean, she looks fine from this angle, but that's... How does this one look? Okay, she also looks odd from that angle. But I think mine looks more odd. So we're gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. We're gonna go ahead and just boop, 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 boop. That looks even worse. What about that? Nope. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's this little oval in the center. It's like not looking where I want it to look. I think. Sometimes it's better to just like say like, okay, I have no idea what's wrong with it, and so I'm just gonna leave it be, ask somebody else, and come back to it later to figure out what it is. And so I'll like start working on one thing for a while and be like, la di da di da di da. Her hair does this, and I'll be like, I can't tell exactly what's wrong here, but I can tell what's wrong over here, and I'll just go and be like, ah da 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 da, you know? And it just kind of works at the end. It just kind of works. To quote Todd Howard, it just works. You said, when you said more squinting for it, do you mean like she should have her eyes squinting more, or will you need to like squint at her eyes more to figure out what's wrong? I can try the squinting eye, have her squint more. Do 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 do. Maybe if I move this.
Also, Tori didn't realize it was you. Hi, Tori. Squinting like same position but more closed.
Same position but more closed. Okay, so you mean like these. We'll actually include everything here. Like this. Something like that.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah, everybody's getting to say hi now. It's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. You squint and lift your eyes up, so maybe more up. Sure, why not? We can try.
I think when you squint, you lift your eyes up, so maybe more up.
Unsure if
Or eye bags.
eye bags. Yeah, the eyes aren't exactly drawn the way that I would normally draw eyes, right? Because they aren't like fully drawn yet. This is more like a placeholder. What if I lower them actually? Hold on. No, they should be slightly higher. Boom. I guess it's always gonna have the angle because of how she's looking. Now let's look at the references for a little bit and compare, right? And not what kind of eyes we want. We'll modify the eyes accordingly, you know. I don't think the reference, any of the references had a lot of eye bags, so I'm not sure if like making more things under here is gonna like make her look more like what we want, right? I think it's just gonna make her look a lot more tired. It's gonna make her look like she's sipping on something for the caffeine. She's just like, I need my coffee, need another coffee. Whatever that thing is. Oh. I think the thing I should start with is like the sides of the eyes. I do need to increase my, what's the term? I need to work on my lines in terms of, oh, what is the term? Line, not line width, but line precision, line accuracy, something like that. I need to drill my lines, but I think that's going to be boring if I did it on here, so I'm not going to do it on stream, per se. Does she have hair? Oh yeah, she does. Good. It's perfect. Guess we could give her like the little eye bit things this girl has. Okay, that's right. She has one of those like eyebrows they do where it's more thick in the end of it, but not really thick at all in the sides. It's more thick in the middle. Has very little thickness at all on the edges. Oh, please do remind me if the BGM like runs out if I ever miss it, because I do need to switch between the BGMs manually. I haven't quite automated that well enough yet. I think the eye bag thing works for the original because that's part of its style of the like show there, but because Chihiro's in a different show, I think I should probably just omit it entirely. I guess I should make her have a skirt in this one, because that's what she has. I initially was thinking, whenever I drew this part, I was just like, maybe it'd be good, because this girl has like kind of exposed underwear here. Maybe it'd be good to have like Chihiro in her pajamas or something to kind of capture the same kind of, what's the word? Innocent vibe or something? Skirt is a good.
Oh yes, a skirt is a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I just realized? Pajamas is even cuter.
Pajamas is even cuter.
Yeah, she has some good pajamas in the show. I can show the reference for them, but it's not shown as often. But I think it might be a little late to transition to that. I guess I could. It wouldn't take too long if it only took me 40 minutes.
Either way is cute though.
There's not a ton of images showing her. There's one that shows her like the full length of her in that. It doesn't let me. Safe search has hidden the pajamas from me. When I searched pajamas, it said, no sir, don't be indecent. Which is quite understandable, you know. But pajamas? Really? No, I can't find them. I can find pictures that kind of show it, but it doesn't fully show the outfit, and that's the disappointing part. You can't see her full pajamas. At least not in this. This is the closest I can find. Is this right here? There is one shot in the show where she's like holding onto a bunny or something, and it like pans over her like full body. That's like the only shot you get of her. That's the only good shot you get of her like that.
I think I sent you some Chihiro pics of her PJs.
Yes, you probably did. In fact, I think... No, I know. One of my old drawings was of Chihiro in her PJs. That was one of my old drawings that I did. It's been a long time, though. I haven't drawn Chihiro in a while. Hold on. I want to test something. Nah, I think the larger one works better. Yeah. I hope you're still gonna like it, even though it's not the PJs. The PJs are good, but her normal outfit is also really good. I didn't draw the skirt right at all, though. It's not at all how skirts behave. Then again, I'm not very good with skirts, honestly. I'm not very good at, like, drawing them. Because they seem like fairly simple objects, but then you realize that they're like lots of like different planes on that are all originating from like one underlying surface that they are kind of folding over, and that affects lots of different things with like lighting and how they fold over each other. And they're more complicated than just lines. And so it kind of becomes hard to tell exactly, like, how the heck do you draw skirts? Future reference, you actually went back and found... Oh my goodness!
It will be a little complicated. Just for future reference, I replied to when I shared them.
Thank you, Matt. I do appreciate that. Yeah. This wasn't the image I was talking about, but yeah, this is a good reference for her. For that. This comes from her initial arc in season 2. I think it made her butt too round. At least compared to the other girl. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe that's why it looks odd. There we are. She usually has the very simplistic ears drawn. I don't typically draw much details in ears, but I should probably draw her like she's drawn in the anime. Which has some minimal ear details. And that's just how it goes. This feels like it makes her too fat for some reason. Oh, that's why. It's because the table is like at the wrong spot. She's like not putting her elbow, like she's just barely not putting her elbows on the table in the original. It's way further back than I realized. I think it's not as steep as an angle as I thought either. It's okay. But, yeah. I think she's turning out alright. I think it's looking about what we want it to look. She doesn't have a hood here because her outfit doesn't have a hood. But I think I probably just need to clean up some of the details here so it's clearer what you're looking at. And that's probably good to go. Unless you want like a more thorough attempt, which would take longer and wouldn't improve it that much. I personally think this is probably just cleaning up the line work is probably all I really want to do. But you were the one who's requested it, so you know, if you want color.
Oh, a slight difference is that Miss Chihiro isn't looking down at the pink lemonade.
Good point. Very good point. We shall have her skew her eyes to look down at them.
Color is imperative to the pink lemonade to make it pink.
I see. Well, I suppose we have to make it colored then. I'm not going to do the fancy line art, no. I will fix the scribbles and stuff, but I will not do the vector layer line art, because I think that's not going to make it look better. I will, however, add color.
That is okay. Just basic rough coloring is still great.
Glad to hear it.
Coloring out of the lines like a child would do, and I mean that in a good way.
Oh, I see, I see. I'm glad you added that in a good way part. You almost would have gotten me. You almost would have gotten me riled up. Almost. Except I wasn't coloring at all. So it would have been fine. I see. I got that part wrong. I'm supposed to remove that part, this one. Even though I'm the guy who made it, even I'm getting confused at some of the things that I've put in here. I'm like, where on earth is that going? What is that? What is he doing? I can tell that someone sent a message, but it's not going through. Oh, never mind. I'm just seeing things. I'm being schizophrenic again. Need to take my meds. That's okay. We do not need meds where we're going. My dog is scratching at my chair, begging me for food. Thank you very much, dog, but you will not be receiving my food. This is delicious stuff. Delicious stuff for me. For me. Thus, No, thank you. I think it's a lot clearer where things are now. Not perfect. But it's a lot clearer what things are doing and why. She has her little thingamajig that kind of coils up a little closer to the hand than this girl's does. Get rid of some of the fold there. It's a very odd effect how they do that, like making the eyes look like they're looking down. Not sure if I'm fully doing it the way I want. So we're gonna try making her eyes insides go a little further down. Yeah, it works. What are you thinking, Matt? What are you thinking, Tori? What are you thinking, everybody else? We likey. Oh, I guess I could do her nails.
I really love her eyes.
I'm glad you like them. Did my best with them. Oh wait. Wrong way.
I think maybe we could add ripples or some indication that she is sippy. There is only a very small indication orange juice is going towards orange girl's mouth.
Okay.
I think it'd show that she is trying really hard to drink it.
Okay, well let's look at what she's doing. She's got like a little circle there. That angle. No, I don't like that. like a lot of the angles for this. So I want like a very specific circle. Very specific oval. My line accuracy is not good enough for that kind of thing. I think that's probably as close as I'm gonna get. Me. We got the line. Okay. Ripples effect. Okay. Okay, I think, unless nobody has anything else they have in mind, I think we could probably move on to the coloring. There's like minor details of like little dots, but if I spend all my time on those, it's never going to be finished. We're never going to get on to other things. So I don't mind if it looks a little scratchy. Plus I feel like it looks nicer if it's a little scratchy.
That is fine.
Alright. We can color, yes.
We can color.
Oh wait, we didn't do the OJ thing, like at all. There we go. I'll get rid of that for now. Oh wait, I forgot. This is completely unnecessary. You can't see that. Where she is. Yeah, I don't really want to have that there. I guess you kind of have to, though. Kind of have to have the neck acknowledged in some way with how her hair is. Sadly. Okay, now I can do coloring. Though I'm just gonna keep finding little spots that I'm like, ooh, I can do like a minor correction. Ooh, I can do a minor correction. Ooh, I can do a minor correction. And it fixes it up just a little bit better, just a little bit better. There's lots of that in art, where you do lots of little corrections for everything, and you can keep doing it for a really, really long time. But after a while, you reach a point of diminishing returns where the tiny corrections you're making is doing less and less to improve the work of the drawing. And after a while, it's honestly more worth your time to just move on and do something else. And I think I'm reaching that stage now where it is more worth my time to just slow down and do something else. Well, not slow down, but like quite the opposite, in fact. But yeah, here I am, still doodling away at this thing.
I get that with video making too.
So true, honestly.
She looks great now. The 80/20ths rule is more like the 90/10ths rule. I might need to get going and start the day.
Okay. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. It's very much appreciated. You know, I may still be here when... Well, actually, I don't think it's going to be... I don't know how long I'm going to have the stream go on.
You have fun, Miss Tori.
So true. I don't know how long I'm going to have the stream go on. So maybe I'll end it in like 30 minutes to an hour, maybe more, I don't know. Entirely depends on what y'all want, I guess. But you're welcome, artist. Artist, yeah.
YW artist. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Yeah, anyway, what was I saying?
Thank you, Mr. Matt. Have a good night.
Oh yeah, the 80/20 rule. Yeah, I don't know the 80/20 rule. Oh, is it like 80% of the effort something and 20% of the results or something? Oh, 80% of the effort is spent on 20% of the results, or something like that. Yeah, good night, Tori. Sleep well. Or, sorry, have a good day, I guess. But, okay. Now I think it's actually ready to do the coloring.
Yes, and the remaining 80% is on 20% of the rest.
Remaining 80% is on 20% there. I see, I see. Let's go ahead and do some coloring.
Thanks for the correction, artist.
Thanks for the correction, artist. What am I correcting you on? Oh, on like day and night? I don't know. Alright. Oh, hold on, sorry, someone's talking near my microphone. I apologize if you can hear it. I'm sorry, one moment. I am back, I apologize about that. The music has ended. That means it's time for the next track. There we are. Is this really what her skin tone is? Color still amazes me to this day. Just how many weird things it has. You're just like, really? Okay. I guess so. Do, do, do. Yeah. Coloring is a little easier if you're just doing like anime coloring, because it's very simple in how they do it. Unless, of course, you do more complicated styles. Or you do like fancier art, I guess. If you're doing like the kind of stuff they do in most animations, you're probably not gonna see like too complicated shading or coloring. Yeah, see there's two color tones here. They're doing a lot with color here that I'm not aware of. I had no idea. Yeah. We'll do more color correction as we get through more of the drawing to try and make the colors look right. The initial colors I can already tell aren't going to be as good as they should. That's okay. Doesn't need to start out perfect. We'll get there eventually. So, what did you read about Swedenborgianism, Matt? What do we see about that earlier? What do we know about it? Give me something to think about while I'm drawing. Swedenborgianism.
It was brought to my attention because someone said Joseph Smith lifted his revelation about the afterlife, the three-tiered kingdoms, from that belief. So I read about it. About it specifically.
I see. So you're saying that some people accuse Joseph Smith of stealing his ideas of the afterlife from...
I just know that Johnny Appleseed was a missionary for them.
Really? I had no idea. Good to know. Good to know. I didn't know. I didn't know Johnny Appleseed was a real guy. I didn't know, much less that he was a Swedenborgian.
I will try to read Heaven and Hell, that book Swedenborg wrote, sometime.
I'm not sure if it's worth the effort or not. If you genuinely think that there might be a possibility of them being correct about, like, theology, then maybe it'd be worth it. If you're more doing it of like a, did Joseph Smith just steal from these people type thing? I mean, that's a lot harder to prove. The fact that they have similarities between different, like, beliefs is something that's kind of common in religion. It's not... It's a lot harder to prove that he stole something. It would be... If it was, like, verbatim what Heaven and Hell had in there, like blatant plagiarism, then maybe I would bother levying that accusation. But I highly doubt that that's the case. If that's what they're claiming, if they're claiming like it's like word for word copying, whatever it is, then yeah, maybe there's an issue. But otherwise, I just don't... I don't get the argument, because I'm reminded of an argument about like you'll talk to like mythicists sometimes. Mythicists are people who are like, actually Jesus never existed, he was a myth. And their argument goes like this, it's like, well, if you look at the picture of like the Virgin Mary holding Jesus, what you'll see is that this is based off of the picture of this old god who preceded Christ holding Jesus, and therefore Jesus is a ripoff of this old god of some pagan pantheon. And the video went into like a really long debunking thing about it by doing... I'm gonna let you speak first.
I'm just interested in learning about them. He might really have referenced 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verses 40 to 42. Someone said that it was referenced and Wikipedia was wrong. A scholar said he didn't.
Okay. Okay.
It isn't even necessarily bad if Smith had inspiration from him.
Yeah, exactly. I guess my question more so is, what's the... Where's the draw? Are you reading the Heaven and Hell book because...
Intellectual honesty.
Well, I'm glad you're honest, at least. I probably wouldn't myself read that, but, you know, if you would like to, by all means, please go ahead. It doesn't sound like the best work for dealing with apologetics one way or the other. It might be interesting if you're, like, really invested in that debate and seeing who exactly is right about that rather than just trusting one of them. It's not a very good method for dealing with all such debates. But if you're like really invested in it, I guess you could in this one. I mean, knock yourself out, I guess. Doo-doo.
Sorry, I didn't explain it thoroughly. Thank you.
No, of course, it's alright. It happens. Oh gosh, that's a lot brighter than I thought. Does she have black underlines? I guess she does, yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's interesting though about the Swedenborgianism thing. I haven't looked into a lot of like weird theological groups like throughout the centuries. Like, I haven't studied the Amish much. I haven't studied the Anabaptists. The only thing I know about the what are they called? That one group of Gnostics from France. The only thing I know about them is it's funny to joke that they deserved it because they refused to swear oaths. It's funny to joke. It was a horrific crime. But still.
You mean these French didn't convert to a huge religion there?
These French didn't? I'm not entirely sure what you're asking. There was in the Middle Ages, there were a bunch of different Christian heresies that arose. One of which was a Gnostic heresy in southern France that, I forget the name of it. Southern France Christian heresy. Catharism, that's what it's called. Catharism. Catharism. They were a group of Gnostics in the Middle Ages who refused to swear oaths and had lots of other things that people were suspicious of them about. And for that, I forget if it was the Pope or if it was someone else, but I'm just going to say it was the Pope. The church called a crusade against them, and the rule of thumb in dealing with Cathars was that you couldn't trust their word. And so someone asked one of the generals or one of the like officers leading the army, how do you tell who's a Cathar and who's not? And I think the answer was something like, I can't. God's the one who can tell. I just send them all up to him. Let me see if I can find the exact quote, actually. Cathar genocide quote. Oh yeah, kill them all and let God sort them out. That was the quote. I've met some people who are like, yeah, you know, when you read about the Cathars, the more you learn about them, the more you think they deserve it. I always go like, I don't know if I'd go.
That is brutal.
Yeah, it is incredibly brutal how they were treated. But, you know, how they dealt with justice in the Middle Ages was very different than how we do it today. Very different.
At least the quote is cool.
Oh yeah, it's a good quote. It's like, it seems like the kind of quote you'd use in any kind of like war flick.
Although that kind of quite gives people righteous indignation.
Against the people using the quote. Yeah, you shouldn't do that kind of thing. You know, you should try and follow just war doctrine. You should try and treat your enemies humanely and not target civilians. Etc., etc. Oh my goodness. That's fine, probably. Is it?
It looks like she is taking a bite out of a leek.
Out of a leak?
With that original image showing.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see, I see. Yeah, no, I get what you mean. What do you think of the Chihiro, Matt? It's all our color now. Our fancy schmancy color. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
I think she looks a little desaturated, I suppose.
Desaturated. Okay, so you're wanting her to look a little more saturated with like more saturated colors, more bright.
Her skin is a little gray.
Mm. I can kind of see it. It doesn't have. Oh, I see. It doesn't have like the lighting effect on the side of her face. Okay, I can work on that. Let me get the drink first, though. Pink lemonade should be pink. You know this. You realize the importance that pink lemonade is pink.
Even just looking at the normal colors, although I guess there is light shining on her and not necessarily that she needs rim lighting.
Rim. Yeah, I can work on the colors normally.
Oh well, we can throw some colors on. Gray knows best.
We shall see, we shall see. Yes, thank you, Mr. Matt, for your vote of confidence. I very much appreciate it.
See, even the pink looks gray-white.
The pink looks great. The pink, okay, I think it's partly the scene that I'm like color picking from.
I don't know what to make of it.
I can change the colors in just a sec. Hold on. What we're gonna do, we're gonna lock this layer. We're gonna try and change up some of the colors. This one, let's try and take from this. We'll select from color, actually. This one probably has better lighting. That's a slightly different skin tone than I wanted. I don't have that much yellow fever.
She is really adorable, though.
Yeah, I agree. Her skin is a little gray. I'm trying to feel if, like, how I can change that. I'm not sure if there's a way. Right, this I think is like the best way of doing her skin from the colors we have available. I can like add the lighting and stuff to like try and make a difference. What if we like change her normal colors?
If you leave it as it is still cute.
Even the pink looks gray. Let's see if we can get a nicer pink then. It's hardly pink. Too pink. What about that? Oh my goodness, I just realized I messed up part of her outfit. How could I forget? That's why it was looking odd.
I forget what it looked like before, but I am fine with it. Oh no, her sleeves.
Yeah. Yep, we did all that. Now I have to change around her sleeves because we did it wrong. That doesn't look very good. Same color as this thing. Nope. Needs to have more of a Ay caramba. The sleeves are really gonna be the death of me. So many alterations. Well, it's just how it happens in this business. You spend a lot of time on something and then you realize, oh darn, I did that completely wrong. You gotta redo it. That's okay. Oh,
Also, your music a little loud compared to how you are speaking. So right now it's drowning you out a little bit.
Oh gosh, good to know. Thank you very much. Is this better? Do you think it's better here? With this volume?
Yee.
Yee. I'm glad. Okay. Guess I don't really have. Ah. Okay. There's the basic coloring done. And then I think it's just a simple matter of adding on some shading. But I also don't want to... Oh wait, hold on a minute. This doesn't look right. This is a very wrong colored bow. Should be more pinky. There you go. Look at that. I'm gonna end up filling really, really tiny holes for a while if I don't zoom out. Ay, caramba. Okay. I feel like having the shading on her face isn't too bad. Right? If I just limit it just to...
Yay, shady.
Yeah, I've kind of been bullying myself into doing the shading here. Much to my own questionable sanity. There's her face with shade in it. What do you think, Matt? It's shaded Chihiro face. Obviously I'd need to shade the rest so it doesn't look unnaturally weird on its own.
I like it.
I'm glad.
I am fine too if you want to stop early and have no shade to make it easier.
I mean, it's up to you if you want to have, like, the shade or not as, like, the final product. Like, I've shaded some stuff before, and people have been like, I kind of prefer the unshaded one gray. And I was just like, you know what? Fair enough. Kind of went too over the top with the shading. It didn't really look as good anymore. But, I mean, in terms of time, I think I'm pretty willing to go through and try and get the shading on this one done at this point. I think I'm pretty willing to commit. Oh, great.
You are making her cuter as you shade her.
Thank you. Glad to hear it. Very glad to hear it. There we go. It's looking better and better by the minute. Really, they don't blend together that quick easily. Why not? Ah, there we go. You know what, dog? I've given my dog a little bit of food. He is, however, asleep. Oh, he was asleep. He's just woken up to grab it.
The dog won.
Yep. I fought the dog and the dog won. I fought the dog and the dog won. Oh no, did I do that on that? Oh no. Look at there. Look at her go. Oh, they're not even pink at all. That's part of why they look odd. Yeah. I think it's starting to turn out pretty well. Starting to like how it's looking. Oh. You know what I just realized about her uniform? I think this part right here is like the uniform being like pinned here because it can like extend further, which is why in this scene here it clearly goes down a lot farther on her hand than in this one. Like this one is like barely over the elbow. This one right here, it's like pretty clearly going pretty far down. I think it's like something she just rolls up. I think they're rolling up their sleeves.
That is strange.
It's whatever. So what are you doing, Matt? Are you just enjoying the watch along? You enjoying a little fun time? Oh, you have to be right back.
BRB.
That's fine. Ay, caramba. Look at him go. I expected to draw a bunch of things that people requested today. I guess people wanted to see me finish this. Oh, that's fine. I think the art's turning out pretty well. I am enjoying drawing Chihiro for once in a long while. I haven't drawn her in ages. That's okay. guess those are more like soft. Rather than hard things. Hard shading.
I am back.
So glad to have you back. I think the only thing left now is to shade her skirt and her lemonade, and then it will be done. I think it's doing pretty good finishing up the job. There we go. I'm not sure what shade. I don't think they have any. I mean, they clearly have like a texture or like a change in. Yeah, they have a change in color going as like a gradual thing, except for this part here. Then they have the table here as well. There you go. She, for some reason, the artist, for some reason, starts drawing. Well, they draw like a sound effect here. And then they also draw like sort of like realistic looking shading. Which, you know, it looks nice, but is a lot harder for me to do. Or at least I don't want to do realistic shading right now. So we're gonna try and see if I can kind of mimic the effect without doing so. There you go. That doesn't have as pronounced of an effect, but it still has an effect. It's a simple enough effect to do. Alright. I think with the end of the music and the resolution of this thing, I think it is basically done. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy it, Matt. I hope you're happy with... Let me move it around so you can see it a little better on the screen. I hope you're happy with how she looks.
Huzzah!
There we go. I think I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's turning out pretty good.
I am. Thank you, Mr. Gray. SSSSSSSSSSSIP.
SSSSSSSSSSSIP to you too, Mr. Matt. It's very good. I'm glad to hear it. I will send you an image of this after the stream is over in a few minutes. I think I'm going to be done for the night. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed our first stream together, and I look forward to seeing you next time on the next Tuesday at 8 p.m.
SSSSSS Squad ARESSSSSSST him.
Stop. Cease. All the words that I can come up with for a
Good night, Gray.
snake to say. Yes, good night, Mr. Matt. Good night, everyone. Hope you enjoy the stream. Bye-bye.